Situation didn't change. Never change. I felt like it was the end. You came and you did it again. I made a way for you. He's the reason you're still here. What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? We're gonna let some people still join in. Gonna get started in a second. You don't know. You don't know. You just don't know. Don't know. Don't know. Tell somebody you just don't know. Don't know. Don't know. Don't know. Don't know. Just don't know. You don't know. You don't know. Don't know. Just don't know. Singing at the age of 5. I was so terrified. I didn't know it. God had a plan for me. Singing all over the world. It can't make you believe. It's my story. And I'm gonna have you. There ain't simple mistakes. I'm talking about one or two. Crazy fire. Brought me through. This is not about me. Let me minister to you. You had some pain. You had some suffering. You had some rain. But through it all, you didn't give up. You kept on believing. You kept on trusting in God. You don't know what to tell somebody. You just don't know what I can do. Just don't know. That was me back in the day, in case y'all didn't know, when I was able to sing. I don't, I usually don't. I don't show too much of that side of myself no more. Good evening, good evening, good evening. What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? Welcome, welcome, welcome in to the Winner's Circle, where winners write history, losers become a part of the story, man. Free entrepreneur coaching for all entrepreneurs, regardless of your entrepreneurial space. I believe that we have enough value and enough information and enough community that we are continuing to build, that we can help as many entrepreneurs, business owners, future entrepreneurs, future business owners grow in their endeavors. Y'all know how we like to start this thing. We like to start this thing off by talking about our wins, something good that happened to you over the last week. For me, over the last week, it's been a great week. I've gone to the gym every single day this week. My body is starting to feel phenomenal. I actually went out today and played basketball. My body is hurting, but it's like that hurt good type of hurt. You know what I mean? So I'm getting my body back used to being out, doing different activities, stuff like that. So that feels absolutely amazing. I am. So I just got the email to start with Baltimore City's Juvenile Circuit Court. So we should be starting that this Wednesday. So we have more opportunities to get, to push that message, man. More opportunities to get out in front of people, and that's what it's all about. And again, I'm only able to do this, y'all. I'm only able to do this because I've built curriculums, I've written curriculums, and I was able to get those things together. So if you're a person who has any type of service that you provide for youth, for young adults, for adults, regardless of what it is, man, build them curriculums, y'all. We got to get those curriculums in. What's up, everybody that's on Instagram? Appreciate y'all tapping in. Anybody else got any wins for the week before I jump into our discussion for today? The discussion for today is creating your avatar. The discussion for today is creating your avatar. Anybody else got any wins?
I did the same thing. I started back my exercises last Monday.
Beautiful.
Because when I took a trip to Texas and I kind of, slacked up. So I got back to my exercise as well.
Nice. Congratulations. How you feel?
I feel a whole lot better because I was getting stiff.
That's good.
So I'm starting to feel better. I got to do my stretches, but I feel really great and taking my vitamins. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, lockdown, big facts, bro. Trying to get that body back to being an athlete, man. I feel like the dad body has taken over and not the athletic body anymore. So that's where I'm at, man. I'm trying to get back to being I'm trying to get back to being athletic and athletically built and not just the dad bod, man. It's crazy. Right. Yeah, I put on my wife's pregnancy weight. Anybody else? What's good, yo? Anybody else? Any wins for the week that y'all want to share? Talk to me.
Yeah, I created the cover for my ebook that I'm going to release this month, and then picked a release date, and so now I'm just tying up some loose ends and getting ready for that. But
nice. What's the ebook about?
It is entitled Random Thoughts, and it's going to be a series, and the idea behind it is different poetry series, and it's about different poems that come to mind that on subjects that I don't really write about a lot, and so they don't fit in some of the books that I write or criteria that usually flows together in a cohesive piece. And so I found a way to kind of tie those loose ends together under Random Thoughts. So.
Okay, I like it. So when is when's the release date?
The release date is going to be August 24th.
Okay.
24 for Kobe.
Hey, what's good? Mamba mentality. I love it. Appreciate the lights lockdown. Thank you so much, good brother. Anybody else? Any wins that they would like to share with the family?
Just learning more still about LinkedIn. So I did publish my first newsletter on there.
Beautiful.
So just hoping to still just learn how to build connections on there and things like that. And should have a little more free time during the week I'm always good at signing up for all kind of free trainings, and definitely when they have replays, that helps me out until they have like a deadline when you have to watch it by.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to go through my email and look at all these different trainings that I've signed up for in the past few weeks and try to catch up. I know one of them is for LinkedIn. But yeah, just hoping to just go through my inbox and just kind of clean up on a lot of stuff, a lot of trainings that I procrastinated on.
Yeah, hey, I'm with you on that. Hey, anytime you have a free training that you go to or something like that, put that in the Facebook group if you wouldn't mind. If you remember, no pressure. But if you remember, definitely put that in a Facebook group, because I would love to attend some of those if I am at my computer, near a computer, my phone, something like that. So, when you have those, definitely put those in there. That would be great.
Okay.
Yes. Anybody else? Any wins? Somebody talk to me.
Good evening, y'all. What's up, y'all? It's Jay. So yesterday was a great day. I was able to rap and perform at Bladensburg Waterfront for Good Intentions and Wanda Durant. So that was a big community event for me. Not only was I able to perform in Bladensburg, but they did a live stream in Paris. So they had people tune in from there, met a lot of connects, and just as far as more resources for the community, I felt good. So that was the one.
Beautiful, man. Congratulations, bro. That is absolutely huge, man, to be able to perform for such a an amazing organization that's doing a lot of community work here in the DMV. Congratulations to you, good brother, man. That's big time, man. Big time, man. Anybody else? Any other wins before we get into it? Any other wins before we get into it? Going once, going twice. All right, let's do it. Stay hydrated, y'all. Stay hydrated, okay?
Big facts. Drinking my water too.
Listen, got the big gallon. This is better than the Stanley, okay? Just said by
I need to give me one of them.
I only said I'll send you the Amazon link. It was like $40 on Amazon. Absolutely amazing.
Okay.
All right, so today is about creating your avatar. Okay. Now there's when I say that, there's two levels of it. And my people who have been here for a good little minute, they're familiar with creating the avatar for the business. But not only do we need to create an avatar for our business, we also need to create an avatar for ourselves. Any video game players in here? Video game players at all? Anybody that you? Yes. Yeah, got some video game players in here. You remember when you used to start on like a story mission? I remember specifically in WWE, I used to play wrestling games all the time when I was a kid. And when we was in wrestling, we used to love creating our own wrestler. And I would always create this wrestler. His name was Patriot. And he was a big American dude. He's like 7 feet tall. Had his big giant American top hat, a flag suit and stuff like that. And then I had to give him moves. I had to give him the big foot, that junk, give him a nice power bomb, give him a nice clothesline. I had to create everything that.
I wish I could have seen that.
Hey, listen, man, that was I'm telling you, creating that avatar on wrestling was one of my favorite things, man. But before I did all of that, right, he was just this blank white dude, and he was just standing there like this, or he was standing like this, and he would just be bouncing back and forth just like this. And he'd be butt naked. He'd just be generic. And he would have on some drawers, and that's it. And then, you know what I'm saying? And so you got to decide, do you want to give him a 6-pack? Do you want to give him, you know what I'm saying? Do you want him to be overweight? Or do you want him to be super skinny? You know what I'm saying? Then you got to figure out, what kind of hat he gonna wear, what kind of glasses, is he gonna wear a chain? You know what I'm saying? Is he got on gloves? What kind of boots he got on? You know what I'm saying? You gotta put on the outfit. You literally had to create a whole avatar for this person. But before you even created the avatar, you had to have the vision of what it was that you wanted to create. And if any of y'all know me, y'all been following me for a good little minute at this point, I would imagine. Y'all know me. I am probably the worst visual creator in the entire world. When it comes to writing stuff, I can write my butt off. But when it comes to a picture, when I pick up a pen or a pencil and there's just a blank piece of paper in front of me, I have no idea where to start. I got no idea where to start. And I'm envious of people who know, man, I'm envious of people who know. They just oh my gosh, do you see, I can just do this. And I follow this page. It's called Art Viral. And this one artist, he would just throw some, he would dip some screws and stuff like that in ink. He would put it on the paper, and then he would roll it around and then roll it off the paper. And then based off of what was there, he would draw this amazing design. And I'm like, yo, that's crazy, man. To be able to have that foresight. And when I think about creating the avatar for our lives, I think of it in that same way of we have to have a vision for what we desire and who we desire to become. I wasn't always the person that I am today. None of you all were the people you are today 20, 30 years ago. It took time to grow into the people that we are. And some of us grew the way we wanted to. And some of us, had some trials and some tribulations. And that's okay, too, because that's bound to happen and it's supposed to happen. But the idea here is that we literally have to create the person that we want it to be. Before I got married, I would listen to Eric Thomas all the time. I listen to Eric Thomas all the time, yo. And he would talk about how much he loved his wife and all of the things that he would do for his wife. And I'm like, dang, man. He's like, man, I iron my wife's clothes. I was like, dang, okay. He seems happy. So I got, all right. So I got to iron my wife's clothes. And then he had this great idea. Maybe it was him or maybe it was somebody else. But like, he has this idea of like, he's like, when I travel and I leave for like 3 to 5 days or something like that, I make sure my wife knows that even in my absence, I'm still thinking about her. And I was like, this is interesting. Tell me more. He said, I know my wife likes certain things. So when I travel, I would leave certain things in places that I know she wouldn't look. And then every single day I would call her and I would say, babe, I want you to go downstairs into the basement and lift up the armrest, and there's a Snickers for you, or there's a Reese's for you. All right, the next day I want you to go into my part of the closet. I want you to go behind this jacket, and there's your favorite bottle of wine. And then the next day, I want you to go downstairs, and I want you to go into the dog's room, and I want you to grab. There's a card right there, and it's a $25 gift card to Longhorn or something like that. And so every single day there would be gifts for her while she's gone. And it's small things, right? It doesn't have to be huge. Like, we're not leaving diamond rings and, you know what I'm saying, Tiffany boxes, but it's just something small just to let her know that I'm thinking about her. And I was like, okay, great. I got to add this to my repertoire, because these are the people that looked happy to me. These are the people that looked happy to me. So I said to myself, this is something that I want to adopt. At this point, I'm creating the avatar of the husband that I desire to be. When I looked at my boy, Amay Alaquiva, this guy out of Pittsburgh, man, love this dude. When I looked at how he dressed, I was like, yo, I want to dress like this dude. Like, he dresses cool to me. I want to dress like this guy. So I started to dress. So I started to look at his outfits, and I started to say to myself, I want to dress like Amay does. And if you know who Amay is, right? Fiji, know who Amay is, you'll see that my outfits sort of resemble what Amay wears or has or has previously worn. And the reason being is because that was my inspiration. Amay, when I talked to Amay, he does this thing with his family. It's called Thoughtful Thursdays, where every single Thursday night, him and his family, they put down all of the electronics and they essentially have discussions with each other and they talk about their dreams and the things that they want to do. And they hold each other accountable for those things. And they do this every single Thursday. This was another thing that I wanted to adopt as the husband and as the father and as the leader of the person that I desire to be. Eric Thomas has this story about his right-hand man, CJ. His right-hand man is CJ, his number 2 guy, the guy who's been the brains behind Eric Thomas as he's moves forward and become the number 1 motivational speaker in the world. He asked this guy, CJ, who was 21 years old at the time, he said, okay, for a year, what I need you to do is I need you to give up sex for 1 whole year. The guy's like, what? He's like, yeah, I need you to give up sex for like 1 whole year. He's like, hey, but bro, I'm 21. I'm 21. I just bought a car. We getting some money now. You know what I'm saying? We getting some money now. Like, what's the deal for real? He said, because if you don't give it up now, if you're unable to give it up now, I'm afraid that when we become as successful as we will be at one point in time, there could be a weakness where if you're not sexually disciplined at this level, how can I trust that you will be disciplined at this level? So if you can't give it up right now, then, it might be hard for us to get to that level, because at some point we're going to be tested. Our character is going to be tested. Our integrity is going to be tested. Our faith is going to be tested. He's married, so his vows, he's married now, so his vows are going to be tested. All of these things are going to be tested. And so now we got to figure out, like, yo, okay, this is something that I wanted to adopt. I said to myself, I wanted to adopt this. And I wasn't going to do a year. I was going to do 6 months. I did my 6 months. I didn't do 6 months. I did like 3 months. But But I still did that time mentally because I wanted to make sure that I had control of my desires and that my desires didn't have control of me. I wanted to make sure that there was nothing that was going to stand between me and where I was going, because I saw so many men come down on this downfall because they were unable to control their sexual desires. And I didn't want that for myself. So all of these different things, I'm taking these pieces and I'm putting them together and I'm saying to myself, okay, I'm creating the person that I desire to be. My question to each and every one of y'all is, have you created the person that you desire to be? Have you created the person that you desire to be? Do you see the person that you desire to be? You can't be that person if you haven't seen them.
I see the person that I desire to be, and I'm close to her.
I love it. I love it.
I'm getting close, and I'm staying true to it. I'm staying focused, and I'm practicing on everything that I need to correct within myself.
I love it, and it's daily work, right? And here's the thing:
Exactly.
we can't just create this person in our minds. I don't want us to just create this person in our minds. It's not good enough just to create this person in our minds. We literally have to create this person and write this person down and see this every single day of our lives. When I started to get on this path of becoming a speaker, of becoming an entrepreneur, I literally knew that, okay, I need to develop in my emotional intelligence. I need to develop in my effective communication, because I need to learn communication skills. I need to learn problem solving. I need to learn critical thinking. I need to learn self-awareness. I needed to learn self-management. I needed to learn social skills, relationship skills. I needed to learn responsible decision-making. I needed to learn leadership. There's so many different things that I needed to learn. And so I said to myself, where's the whiteboard at? Where's the whiteboard at? All right, let's go. So I need, let's see. God dang it. Emotional awareness, effective communication, problem solving, self-awareness, self-management, relationship skills, decision making, mindset, mental health. All right. So when I thought about creating my person, right, this was all of the things. These were, I'm not going to say these were all of the things. These are some of the things that I knew I needed to develop and I needed to create, right? So I got to thinking to myself, all right, if I know if the person that I desire to be is great in all of these areas, what that says to me is I have to develop in each one of these areas. But now the question becomes, how do I develop in each one of these areas? Okay. In order to develop an emotional awareness, I've got to do some emotional awareness training. I've got to go and listen to some podcasts. I've got to go and read some books about emotional awareness. I've got to do some activities about emotional awareness. Same thing with effective communication, on down the list. Each one of these different things I knew I had to develop in. Okay. And then even in something like entrepreneurship, I had to get good at sales. I had to get good at marketing. I literally wrote out every single thing that I knew I needed to develop in. And I told myself, on a scale of 1 to 10, how good do I feel I am at all of these different things? All right. So I would say to myself, in terms of emotional awareness, I was probably like a 2. I ain't even gonna lie to you. It was probably like a 2, right? I just didn't understand how to express, because when you think about emotional awareness, you got to remember it's not just recognizing your emotions, it's being able to communicate your emotions and also be able to recognize other people's emotions. Okay. Effective communication. I looked at myself and I said, you know what? I'm probably about a 4 in effective communication. And problem solving, I said, man, I've been problem solving my whole entire life, but I'm sure I can still use some growth and development. I'm probably about a 7 in problem solving. And self-awareness, at this time, I really had no idea who I was. I knew I had an idea of who I wanted to be, but I just didn't know self-management. I had a lot of people who could get me out of character, so I was still growing in that area. Social skills, I really didn't have people around me that I felt like I had. Okay, yeah. So social skills is more of my ability to be social and interact in social situations. I was more of an introvert at this point in time in my life. Relationship skills, I just didn't have relationship skills that were really, really good. Decision making, I had piss poor decision making. So I was like down in the dumps on that. In terms of leadership, I was super bad at leadership because I just didn't I just didn't know how to be a great leader and what it took to be a great leader. In terms of mindset, I was in one of the darkest points in my whole entire life at this point. Mentally, I was probably like a 1 down at this point. Entrepreneur wise, I always been good at sales. So I would say, all right, you know what? I'm probably about a 5 at that, right? So now I got this list and I see everywhere on a scale of 1 to 10, I see everywhere where I can use some improvement. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to create your own list. I want you to create your own list, and I want you to put down certain attributes that you know you need in order to be the best version of yourself that you desire to be. Because the next part of your life is going to require the best version of you. You can no longer be the same you that you were years and years ago. You literally have to be someone else. You got to create your person. You got to go into a video game and you got to create the person that you desire to. And then you got to start actively working to develop this person and develop in these certain characteristics. That's literally what the whole idea and what the whole agenda is. So now I got these things, right? I want you to create your list. I need you to create your list. And what I want to do is I actually want to see your list in the Facebook group. And if you're not in the Facebook group, I need you to get in the Facebook group. By the time we get off this call, I need everybody to be in that Facebook group if you still have Facebook and if you don't hate Facebook. If not, I need to see that list. I need to see your list. We got to start. We got to start doing some work, y'all. Like I saw all of these things, right? And so now I said to myself, how am I going to develop and how am I going to grow in each one of these areas? Here's how I'm going to grow. Here's how I'm going to develop. If I read this book, I can do emotional awareness. If I read this book, I can do effective communication. What's the Facebook group name? It is the Winner Circle. It's the Winner Circle. Matter of fact, I might be able to share, copy link. The link is in the comments. Yep, DM it to me if we don't have, if you don't have Facebook. Yes, DM it to me. I want to see it because I want to see the actual work is getting done. I want to see that the actual work is getting done, y'all. I started this 2024 and have been rating myself every day on my 10 qualities. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Let me see the list. I want to see the list, right? So now we got so now we have our list. Okay? Now we have our list. Now we have to ask ourselves, what do we have to do in order to get better in each one of these different areas like we talked about? There's a couple of different things you can do. You can read a book, you can listen to a podcast, you can go to a workshop, you can go to a seminar, you can go to an event. You can literally do any of these things in order to grow, in order to develop in these different areas. But you have to do it consciously. You got to do it consciously. Like I was I was listening to I was on Instagram and I was listening to this lady and she talked about the red car theory, right? Anybody been outside today? Like you drove somewhere today? Anybody? Who drove somewhere today?
I was outside today.
You was outside today? Okay. Let me ask you a question. How many red cars did you see?
Ooh, it was a lot today. Red, it was a lot today.
It was a lot, right? But you don't have a number of how many red cars you saw, right? Now, if I said to you, I'll give you $50 for every red car you see today, 100%, you would definitely know how many red cars you saw today, wouldn't you?
Honestly, no.
You wouldn't? If I gave you $50 per red car that you saw, you wouldn't know how many red cars you saw?
If I was still alive, then yeah, but I can't do that. I don't know how many red cars I saw today.
No, I'm saying if I told you tomorrow, I want you to count every red car that you see, and I'll give you $50.
I'm gonna count all them cars.
Huh?
I'm gonna count every last
You
one.
gonna count every single last one of them. Why though? The reason being is because it became important to us.
Oh, yeah.
It became important to us. It became something that we started to actively look for. I'm saying that to say, if we look at this list, and this is why I want you to write this list down, and again, not just have it in your head. If we have this list written down, and we start saying every single day, this is where I want to work on, and I'm going to actively work on this thing, chances are you're more likely going to notice and start to recognize and take inventory of these things as opposed to just letting them pass on by. It's something that Tony Robbins called a reticular activating system. And he basically says that once you're activated in something, it's very easy to see that thing everywhere that we go. Ever been pissed off and notice how many other people are pissed off too? When you mad, it's easy to see other people that's mad too. But when you happy, number one, people get mad at your happiness. That's number one. But number two, you start to see other people who are also happy. And be like, yo, what's up, man? You doing good? Man, yeah, man, I'm doing amazing. I'm doing amazing, man. And it makes life so much better. It makes life so much easier because we're starting to activate in those things. So my question and the direction that I want each one of us to go in as this week starts to progress is I want you to think about your avatar and the person that you need to be in order to live your dream life. I knew that in order to live my dream life, and I know because I'm not living it right now, I know that in order to live my dream life, there are certain things that I must do in order to get better. In order to become that person, I have to get better in these areas. Myron Golden, who's this super successful entrepreneur coach and life coach, he literally has this saying. He says, it doesn't take long to make $1 million. It takes long to become the person that it requires to make $1 million. And when he said that, I said, yo, that makes so much sense. I'm not trying to make $1 million. I'm trying to create the person that can make the $1 million. And that's for each and every one of y'all. You're not trying to create just a successful business. You got to create the person that you need to be in order to make your business successful. If you got everything that you asked for right now out of life, how many of y'all would be ready for it? If you got everything that you've been praying for right now, how many of y'all would be ready for it and you wouldn't lose it in 2 years?
Honestly, I can say me because I've been working on myself for the past 4 years.
What does that mean?
And I have been sitting back patiently, waiting. I've been staying in my prayers. I've been working on myself.
What do you mean working on yourself? What does that mean, working on myself?
Like how I present myself, because I I have a way how I speak to people, and I have a different tone, and I always have people tell me, I talk harsh. So I've been learning how to tone myself when I'm speaking to people. Remember when I was telling you how I have a nervous niche about being in public, or being the center of attention and all eyes on me.
Mm-hmm.
That makes me nervous. Thus, my tongue gets tied, and so sometimes when I speak, I've been told that I speak harshly, like seem like I might have an attitude, when I'm like, no, I don't have an attitude, but it's the tone that I use when I speak. So I've been working on that as well.
Okay. Nice. And so how have you been working on it? Like, what are some of the things that you've been doing to actively work on these things?
Meaning, like,
so in terms of working on your tone, in terms of working on your speech, what are some of the tangible things that you've actually been doing to work on these things?
I try to think before I open my mouth and say anything. I try to listen more so I can get a better understanding before I open my mouth to say anything. And I think about what I'm going to say and the tone that I'm going to use before I even open up my mouth to present the conversation that I'm about to present.
Okay. You're still working on those things right now, I would imagine. Yes. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Who's is someone teaching you, or what are you doing to learn outside of your own thought process?
Nothing. I'm just using my own thought process.
Do you have Audible?
No, sir.
Hold on. You have Amazon Prime?
Yes, sir.
Then you do have Audible. I want you to download the app called Audible on your phone.
Okay.
And you actually probably have a whole bunch of book credits that you don't even know about.
Okay.
And the book that I want you to listen to is How to Win Friends and Influence People.
How to Win Friends
and Influence People.
And influence people.
Yep. I want you to listen to that book. I want you to download it. I want you to listen to the book. And I want you to, every single day when we get on here, I want you to tell me and talk about what you learned in that book.
Yes, sir.
We have to, Joshua says, not me. Hey, Josh, not me either, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. There are some weak spots that I got, bro. I would be scared, honestly. I would be so grateful that I wouldn't rise to where I'm supposed to be. I would scale back and make sure I keep everything. Okay. Fiji says, me, bring it to me right now. Knock it out the park. Love it, love it, love it. Honestly, I wouldn't be ready. At least I don't think I am. 100%. I don't think that I am either. Lorena says, she says, I'm ready. I love it, y'all. I love it. I 100%. I love the honesty from each and every one of us. Right. So now when we get to that point and we think about, okay, if I did get everything, am I ready? But then also, not only that, we got to think about in those small areas, what are the things that we're doing on a daily basis to actively grow in those different areas, right? Y'all know I love my number slide game. So when I think about problem solving, when I think about making decisions quick and stuff like that, I'm playing this game. This is helping me. This is helping me to problem solve. It's helping me to think. It's helping me to decide all of those different things, right? So we've got our avatar for ourselves, okay? You now know the areas of your life that you need to develop in, all right? Some of us, we need to develop financial literacy. Some of us, we might need to develop in our credit. Some of us, we might need to develop in not spending so much. We probably got a little spending habit, all of those different things. Some of us got that procrastination bug. We get bit by that procrastination bug. Some of us, we don't do time management well. All of these different things. But we look at ourselves and we go, okay, this is how I'm going to develop in each one of these different areas. And that's what life is.
I definitely have a procrastination bug. Definitely.
Hey, I definitely understand that. What's up, all of y'all on TikTok? Appreciate y'all, man, jumping in. So now we have this, right? Now we have this. Now we're ready to grow, and we have our personal life avatar. This is the person that I desire to be, and I'm creating this person. Okay, got it. Now, in business, we've got to create our customer avatar. We have to create our customer avatar. Jeff, what does this mean? I'm so happy you asked. So glad you asked. Thank you for being so persistent, right? When we think about our customer avatar, here's what it brings me to. We got to find a person that we know needs what it is that we have. Regardless of what industry you're in, regardless of what it is that you do, we've got to figure out who needs what it is that we are trying to sell. And I saw this thing on Instagram today, and he said, don't sell products or services. You should sell emotions. Anybody got an idea of what that means? Don't sell products or services. Sell emotions.
I try to cater to people's frustrations.
Okay. Love it. Yep. Anybody else?
I can do like to leaving I guess a heartfelt memory when you look back at the pictures that I take.
Mm-hmm. Anybody else?
Emotions help connect you with people and build a relationship, and a relationship it helps maintain the contact that you want to have with your people, clients, or customers. And then when you just focus on the services or sales, it makes everything transactional, and then there's no meaning or emotion behind it, and that doesn't last or repeat.
Yes, 100%. Everybody 100%. What you do is you solve a pain point that people have, and that's how you get people to invest and buy in to what it is that you do. We see on commercials, Sprite, obey your thirst. So now when you're thirsty, what does Sprite want you to think about? Sprite. Obey your thirst. I'm thirsty. Oh, I'm hot. Oh, look at LeBron James as he sips this Sprite, and you see the condensation just dripping down the Sprite. This joint is making me thirsty right now. We've got to sell emotions, because emotions are the thing that connects people to what it is that you do. You've got to tap into some sort of emotion, or you've got to hit some sort of pain point. If you have an emotion, right, and you hit their emotion or you hit their pain point, they're more likely to desire to work with you. That's why when I send out my email, I say to them, I would love to add value to your event by doing some inspirational poetry. They go, oh, wait, I want my event to have more value. I want this poet can contribute to the overall experience of my attendees. If you want your attendees to enjoy your event more, then you need to hire me. That's what I do want my attendees to enjoy the event more. Do you want somebody that can entertain, that can host, and you want to make sure that people enjoy the event? Then you need to hire Backpack Jeff. It's 100% simple. I mean, why would you not? Now it's like, dang, that makes 100% sense. Listen, if you're a person and all of y'all need new headshots. All of y'all. I know you need new headshots. I've seen your Instagram. I've seen your website. You need new headshots. Come to me right now. I'm gonna get you some new headshots. Don't even worry about it. I got you. Come to me right now. I'm gonna get you these new headshots. Listen, if you're at a place in your life where you're unsure about where you're going, if you're at a place, remember the Everest College dude. He was hitting on an emotion. You sitting all day on the couch anyhow. What are you doing? Look at your life. You're becoming a bum. You don't want to be no bum. You need to go to Everest College. Why are you making it complicated? It's easy. And then you sitting there like, damn. Man, let me call Everest. 1-800-Everest. We call 1-800. He's hitting a pain point. So when you're doing what it is that you're doing, when you're posting that marketing was so good, he wasn't even in college. Bro came out on a podcast 30 years later and said, yeah, I never even went to college. But literally had us out that joint thinking like, dang, if I don't go to college, I'm a failure. He really had me thinking like, if I don't go to college, bro, my life is 100% meaningless and I'm never going to amount to anything. This is terrible, y'all. I was afraid that if I didn't go to college, I was 8 thinking I was failing in life. Dang, how come I'm not in college yet? Even though I'm only in the 2nd, 3rd grade. Had us hating the joint, right? But listen, we've got to be the people that are hitting some sort of emotion or addressing some sort of pain point for a particular type of person. If you're a new entrepreneur and you make under $100,000, I know there are certain things that I know about you. Number 1, you need a community of people. Number 2, you need direction. Number 3, you need information. Number 4, you need a plan for your life. Number 5, you need marketing strategies. Number 6, you need sales. All of these different things I know is a problem if you make under $100,000 every single year. And I bet that everybody on this call would say, yes, at least one or majority, if not all of those things are my problem. 100%. And don't worry, we all have the same problem, but don't worry, we can all fix that problem. But you got to know what that problem is. I know in my business, here's my marketing plan. Here's my social media plan. Here's my sales plan. Here's my curriculum plan. Here's my speaking plan. The same way we itemized our lives, and these are the different areas of our lives that I need to grow in, we have to do the same thing with our business. With your business, you have to, you got to get to a point where you itemize every part of your business. And once you itemize every part of your business, then you say, okay, where am I on the scale of this part of my business, of the marketing part? Well, I've got to develop the marketing part, and then I have to have a marketing strategy. I got to develop the branding part. I have to have a branding strategy. I got to develop the social media part. I have to develop a social media strategy. We've got to have strategy in every area of our business. We can't just do business willy-nilly and then be upset when we're not getting results, but you running around with like a chicken with your head cut off because you don't know where to go next. Do you know what your next step is? I know my next step now that all of my curriculums are done. I know my next step now is reach out. I know how to reach out. I know I'm using my CRM. I know I'm sending my emails. I know I'm making phone calls every single day. I know who I'm making phone calls to every single day. If you haven't, like, to me, it makes no sense to reach out to people and try to get speaking engagements and try to get opportunities to go in and speak and teach if you haven't written a curriculum yet. Why are you doing it if you haven't written a curriculum yet? What are you going to teach them? You don't even have a plan yet. You don't know how to swim, but you like, yeah, I'm about to jump in the water. Well, you don't know how to swim. Maybe take some swim classes. Maybe buy a floaty. Maybe buy a life jacket. But you're just ready to jump into the ocean. We got to have a plan for every area of our lives, and we have to have a plan for every area of our business. When we get to the point where we start itemizing the things that we have to do, dang, I don't know where my, actually, I do this right here. So I went and got this electronic journal. Okay. One of my favorite things. Boop, 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 boop. No, I don't want to update yet. Oh, but back to these about today. All right. So in this journal, I go in here, right? I'm going to click my business tab. Okay. For social media, I have a plan. For my speaking program, I have a plan. For the curriculum, I have a plan. For sales, I have a plan. For merch, I have a plan. For professional development, I have a plan. For podcasting, I have a plan. I have a weekly plan and I have a to-do list. So now, every single day, when I don't know what to do, guess where I go to? I go right to the plan and I go, which one of these next things can I knock off on this plan? If I go to social media, I know, okay, Monday is Money Making Mondays, motivational music. Tuesdays, truthful tip of the day. Wednesday is way back, winning and why. Thursday is thoughtful Thursdays, throwback Thursdays. Friday is funny Friday, flashback. Saturday is a song. Sunday is a story time. If I don't know what to post, I know exactly where I can go and get it from. Right. Not only do I know where I can go, I know on each day, I know I can go into CapCut. I know I can go into Video Leap and I can use the templates that they have in CapCut or in Video Leap. I know I can go on to TikTok and I know I can use, I can just scroll through TikTok and I can see a template that I like, and then I can just insert my video or my picture or my whatever into that, and I can use that. But I have a plan for it. I got a plan for it. So that's how I know where I'm going next. For my speaking program, I know I need to send out email. I need to send out at least 500 emails every single week. 500 emails every single week. But people will look at me and go, "Oh, you're just getting lucky." How the hell am I getting lucky? I'm shooting under 10% right now. It's like my success rate in emails and getting opportunities is like 7%. But if I put out 1,000 opportunities, I'm going to get way more opportunities than a person who's only putting out 10, or most people who's putting out none and waiting for people to reach out to them. Oh, I'm just going to sit back and wait, and somebody will book me for poetry, or somebody will book me for speaking, or somebody will book me for this. No, you only eat what you kill. You only eat what you kill. So if you're not out actively working to try to kill something, chances are you're not going to eat, and you're going to be mad when you're not eating and you see everybody else eating and you're like, dang, why they eating? The difference is they got a plan for it. They got a plan for it, y'all. So we can't go through what we're doing right now and not have a plan for where it is that we're trying to go. So not only for your life do you have to build an avatar of who it is that you need to become in order to live your life, you also have to build an avatar of what your business is going to look like in every area of your business. And I got news for you. You don't even have to figure out the areas of your business. You can go to Gemini, you can go to ChatGPT and go, if I wanted to build a successful blank business, what areas of business would I need to develop in to build a successful blank business? And then it's going to give you a list. And then you go down a rabbit hole. And when you go down a rabbit hole, don't stop digging. When you go down a rabbit hole, it's not just about what you find. It's about who you become when you go down there. I can't tell y'all how many other things I've found looking for something else. I'm digging for diamonds, and then I found a gem. Then I found a ruby. Then I found a pearl. But you'll never find any of it if you stop digging, or if you don't dig at all. I want us tonight, going into the week, I want us to think about every area of our business that we need to develop in. And the same way that I did it for the personal self, I need you to do it for your business self. And then I need you to figure out, okay, how can I grow in this area? What do I need to do? And you got to actively grow. It can't just be you and your thoughts anymore. We tried that already. It didn't work. You got to have a teacher. And it doesn't have to be a class that you pay for. It can't just be the Winner's Circle twice a week, because there's 5 other days where we're not doing anything, or we may not be putting in that work. Every single day has to be a conscious, intentional effort to grow and develop in a particular area. And I know we got free time. Don't say we ain't got no free time. I know we got free time. I don't want to have to go through a schedule. Find that time. Develop in that time. Grow in that time. Any questions?
I did have one, but I was finna say I couldn't find your page, but I found it. So as soon as we get off of here, I'm gonna send you my list.
Okay.
I think it's where it says pending, so I guess you gotta accept my request.
Just did.
Okay.
Anybody else? Who's not in the Facebook group? Did everybody tap on the Facebook group? Okay, everybody's in the Facebook group. Anybody have any questions? Anybody got any questions? Okay. Levels, man, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Appreciate you, good brother. Thank you. I love it. All right, y'all. Lady T, you got any questions? You need to do that for your church. I saw that on TikTok. Hey, do it for your church. I'm telling you, everything that I teach, I do the same thing for business. I do the same thing in professional development. I do the same thing everywhere that I go, because life is consistent. Life is literally consistent. You are you, and everywhere. Video Leap is an app. Yes, and it's free. Yup. It is an app and it is free. They do have a free option, but they also have a paid option, obviously. But the free option, it'll like put the Video Leap like little thing in the beginning. So what I do, like if my video needs to be 1 minute, I'll just like do like 1 minute and 10 seconds, and then I would cut out the beginning of the video, where the Video Leap little thing is, and then I'll just use the rest of it. Yeah. All right, y'all. I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all know the motto here: winners write history, losers become a part of the story. Thank y'all so much for deciding to write your own history and being committed to writing your own history and not letting somebody else write you into their story, because I guarantee they're not going to write the ending to your life the way that they would have it written. I appreciate y'all, man. I love y'all. My motto in life is always stay in your bag, so you never got to chase a bag. Huh?
Just one thing before you leave.
Yeah.
The page, the Facebook page is not letting me come in. I can send the picture. It keeps saying, it asking me, do I want to cancel my request? And I'm like, no. But every time I go,
close the app and then open the app back up.
Okay.
Close the app completely and then open it back up.
Just log out and go back in.
Yeah. You don't have to log out of Facebook, but shut down all your apps and then go back into it. Yeah, you don't have to log out completely.
Got you. Okay,
yep.
Y'all have a blessed night.
Anybody else before I let y'all go? Okay. All right, y'all. I appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good night. I will talk to y'all later. Everybody on Instagram, man, thank y'all so much. Everybody on TikTok, man, appreciate the likes, appreciate the love. Thank y'all. Y'all have been absolutely amazing. To everybody that is on Twitch, everybody that's on Facebook, everybody that's on YouTube, man. Thank y'all so much for tapping in with your boy. I greatly appreciate y'all. I trust that this was an educational experience, one that you would take with you. Don't forget to create your avatar, create your dream life, man. Write your own history. Don't let somebody else write you into their story. Till next.